all know that music entertains us, but there's so much more to it than that. Music is what brings us together. It can inspire, motivate, and heal. And just sometimes, a song can say everything when we can't. I'm so excited to bring you these wonderful tunes and artist stories. I'm Stacy Newman, and this is More Than the Music. Stacy Newman here for Heartland. We are in Park City, Utah today to talk to Kevin Costner about his band Modern West. Yes, that Kevin Costner. He's here in town shooting a new project called Yellowstone. He took some time out of his schedule to talk to us about his band, the music, and share some music videos with us. So let's head in and warm up a little bit and check it out. We are here talking to Kevin Costner of the band Modern West. You guys have 6 albums out now. You've been together 12 years. Most people obviously know you from your acting career, and it might be a little known fact that you were actually involved in music earlier than you were an actor. Can you tell us a little bit about your background and how you got started with music?
My first introduction to music was the church, the choir. My grandmother was the choir leader. She played the piano. My mom was in the choir with her sister. So I saw every Sunday and saw my mom practice. And ultimately I was trained classically on piano. And I did, you know, musicals, Christian musicals. And you know, so I really loved music, but my parents were, you know, like, that's not how a guy makes a living. You know, my dad was a blue-collar guy out of Oklahoma, had one job, saw his parents lose everything in the Dust Bowl, and he was determined to not ever let that job go, ever. And for the security of his own family. And so in some ways, some of his dreams maybe didn't get completely realized, but he wouldn't let go of that job. He just had a death grip on it. And he provided for his family. And so, you know, was I going to take my musical influence and turn it into some kind of living, even acting? No chance. I was going to probably bang nails. I worked commercial fishing boats in college. That's how I made my money.
Going from acting to songwriting and playing music, they're both storytelling crafts. Do you find that your approach to each of them is different or similar?
I write as much as I can, and most of the songs don't make it. They're not good enough. In our band, they're not good enough. And a few of my songs creep through, but I decide as, you know, I formed the band, and probably the big rule is I break all the ties in Modern West. That's my contribution, and I think I'm pretty good at that, I think. Letting the cream get to the top, whether it's mine or not.
And you've done a couple movies, right?
Yeah, well, we made a concept record about Hatfield and McCoy's, and a few of our songs snuck into a swing vote. So we wrote a couple songs about NASCAR. And for myself, you know, I make 3-hour movies, so I can't make 3-hour songs. There's an art form to distilling them down, but a lot of times the songs are informed by men and women, which the majority of our songs have to do with relationships. And yeah, we're always playing music. We're always, that's really what we do. I mean, it could be argued we don't know how to do anything else. You know, if people are just now hearing for us for the first time, it shows how inept we are to let people know. But I've never really been inclined to tell people what I'm going to do. I've more or less done it. And we even have a song about that called 90 Miles an Hour. We're gonna play tonight in the club in Park City, and we'll probably play that song. And that's kind of a metaphor for my life, not telling anybody what you're gonna do, just do it, and by the time you're done, people catch up with it, especially your parents, you know, who get so nervous about what you're gonna be in life.
Talking about kind of the inspiration for the songs, where do you find influence musically? Do you have any favorite musical artists that really inspire?
Well, the decade of the 60s was something that just washed over me. You know, you had Motown, you had the Four Seasons, you had the acid groups coming along, you had the Doors, and you had the Beatles and Stones, and there was, and then the individual songwriters, Carole King and James Taylor, the duo Simon and Garfunkel's. I was very influenced by the 60s, and consequently, you know, our band we're very tight in our songwriting. We're lyrically driven though, and the melodies come, but orchestrations have always been really important to us. And it's funny too, because we're thinking, well, who are we actually writing for? You know, who are we kidding? But the songs we make, the songs we record, of which there's probably 80 now, 6 records like you mentioned, they all exist. And when I look back at them, I'm not embarrassed by them. I just simply am reminded where I was at in my life when we were making that particular record.
So we're going to be taking a look at your video for Let Me Be the One. Can you give us a little bit of background about that song and the video maybe?
Well, that song's an old, we're a 12-year-old band, and that was probably about 2 years into the band. And I think, you know, everybody wants to be the one person in one person's life. And the idea is that shouldn't be that hard. Can't I be the one person in your life? And so Let Me Be the One is just really about that. It's about some kind of you know, it's a simple idea, but I think everybody can relate to it. And one of the fun things for me when we do Let Me Be the One is sometimes my daughter can meet up with me on the road, and we can sing a duet together.
Let me be the name you whisper when you're dreaming in the night. Be the hand you reach for every time you need to hold on tight. The one who's there beside you when the worst of troubles come. Let me be the one.
Let me be the place you hide away when you need somewhere to go. The keeper of your secrets that no one else should know. Be the winding road you head for every time you're on the run. Let me be the one. Let me be the one. Let me be the one forevermore. Let me be a true companion as we're traveling through time. The one who will protect you, not the one who falls behind. I wanna be your hero. I wanna lift you from the flood. I wanna pull you from the fire. I wanna help you rise above. I wanna be the lightning in your eyes. I wanna stand and fight for you. I wanna be the place wherever hearts are true. Let me be the one. Let me be the one. Did you know the way I felt? Or did you just now realize? Did you know what you always wanted when you looked into my eyes?
I promise that I'll love you, whatever moments come. Let me be the one. Let me be the one.
So it was in college that you started acting. What was the first thing that you did?
I did this play, and everybody that loved me came to see me, and I was awful in it. It was, I knew I was bad. I think that's kind of the trick to this game, whether it's music, acting, anything in life, if you know you're bad. And I knew I wasn't very good. I knew I wasn't actually ready, but my desire to be better was stronger than my fear of failing. I knew that storytelling was in me. But I knew there was a discipline, a craft to it, and I had to honor that. And I had to re-educate myself to the thing that I knew I loved, and I thought that's what I wanted to do. But just wanting to do something doesn't mean you're going to necessarily succeed. You can go to college for 8 years, and if you can pass the test, you're going to be a doctor. Whether or not you're a good doctor or a lawyer or something like that remains to be seen. There's no guarantees in the acting game or the music game. If you really love it, you're going to end up with your guitar case open on a street corner because you can't be stopped. And so I wasn't very good in that play, but I thought to myself, I can get better. Now, the fear everybody had was, oh my God, how is he going to do this? But I didn't really care about that. And that was probably the biggest that was the most important move in my life, was to break away from a conservative background, which created my foundation. So I'm proud of my foundation, but in a way it was also almost holding me back because, I could get that language, what makes you think you can do this? I don't know, my heart was telling me I could do it. And when I decided to pursue my future without making the goal line being the important thing, just the idea that I had a sense of direction, that I had put my foot on the yellow brick road of how I was going to go. What the outcome would be was not as important to me as the idea that this is what I wanted to do.
One of my favorite quotes that I'm about to butcher, something along the lines of, everybody sucks at what they're doing when they first start, and it's getting through that, being bad at it.
Well, there's a lot of people that are really good at what they do and haven't had the luck to be seen by people or emerge in a way that they would hope. I feel like I have been lucky. There's work that goes with it. There's a level of discipline and everything else. But to think that I haven't had good luck, blessings, whatever word you want to apply to it, would be ridiculous. I have taken some big bites out of life with the movies, with the music, with everything. But make no mistake, life has taken some really big bites out of me too. And everybody listening maybe and everybody watching understands that we all get bruised. But if I was to take a really, honest look at my life, I've been lucky. I've really been lucky.
You're always traveling, making films. Does the band come to you when you want to play a show?
Yeah, we're kind of a dysfunctional, geographically oriented band. 2 guys are out of Nashville, 3 are out of Tucson, and I'm out of Santa Barbara. And so we trade songs electronically, but often when I'm making a movie, like Hatfield and McCoy's band actually came to Romania. I'm making this thing right now for Paramount called Yellowstone. It's a modern day rancher, and the band has come to me, and we're writing songs, which is kind of one of the interesting things about our band. When we actually go on the road, we're always thinking that we're going to write songs, a bunch of songs, like kids going to camp, if you will, and we never write one. I, however, though, am in the back of the bus after each show when we're going to the next city, writing screenplays. And consequently, when I make movie is when we seem to write all our songs. And I don't know why that is, but it is just the pattern of this band.
Do those songs end up making it out of the soundtracks?
We've written songs good enough to be on the soundtrack. The director will have to pick those. I try to write the theme for Yellowstone. Now, whether that makes it or not, that will really be up to the director. But we're not driven by that. We're still driven by the music. So whether those songs end up in Yellowstone or they end up in an album that's inspired by Yellowstone, that's what we have. So we're not really hamstrung by things. We're not hamstrung by you know, trying to write a popular song. I think all our songs could be popular. It could be, you know, are worthy, but we're not kind of following anybody. We're kind of, the truth is, we like everybody else's music, and when we make ours, it just sounds like us, you know, and we like our music, but we're not overly impressed. We have a tendency to be inspired and like other people's music. I mean, otherwise you're just kind of a narcissistic bastard if you just love your stuff.
Seems like any artist, their work is not their favorite work.
The songs have to get over a bar. We can write a lot of songs. I can bring a song and it's just not good enough. And somebody else's song is fully mature, or it needs help, or you invite somebody in, like there's a song I've done about my father the last month, last year, our last hunt together, and I came home and started writing this song, and it made so much sense to everybody else, because everybody else is dealing with the last time with someone they love. Either they've had it or they're gonna have it. And so what happened is, that's actually a really best example of how the band functions. Everybody got in on that song, and it was influenced by a single idea and by where I started, but where it finished up is really universal.
So one of the songs Modern West has done is called Love Shine. Can you give us a little bit of background on that before we watch the video?
Yeah, Love Shine is just a song about the idea of relationships, you know, and everybody has them, and everybody at some point struggles with them, right? Sometimes it gets blurry, sometimes it gets windy, sometimes it gets rough. And you have to try to figure out how to bring this relationship that was somehow formed in love, how to bring it back to center so that you even have a chance. And so we're not smart enough to tell people how to do that, but I think what we focused on was the first step, which is to somehow shut out the noise of the world and put the light on you, and you need to put the light on me. You need to put the light on your partner, and your partner needs to put the light on you. And everything else has to fade away. And if you do that, the chance to get back to where hearts are sacred, to relationships are sacred, I think that's the first step. So Love Shine is simply about putting the light on you, put it on me, the noise of the world needs to go away. And whatever is bugging you needs to go away. Your job needs to go away. You need to get back to center.
You just focus on that.
That's Love Shine.
Yeah, all right, well, let's check it out.
To get caught up in a world full of hurdles, but trying to jump them all's got us running in circles. Time is flying by while we're busy making big plans. Girl, we better slow down for a trip through our hands, 'cause all we need, keep our love shine strong, clear and bright, aiming at me through the day and night. I shine it right back on you, and together
We had such a great chat with Mr. Costner that we're going to be bringing you a special part 2. Be sure to tune in at the same time next week here on Heartland. See you then.